Hello, survivors. Or I guess in this case for this week, I should say hello, sailors. I'm the Survivalist, and welcome to our little coverage of a small indie game called Ship of Fools. This game has been released for a few months now, but I absolutely love it. I played, basically gotten everything unlocked, and really enjoyed this game. I wanted to bring it in as I wanted to do it on the channel somewhere, and with having JPOG just kind of wrapped up last week, this is going to be a nice little personal breather series that I can even just do, like, say, this week of 3 episodes, show it off, talk a little bit about it, and talk a little bit about the channel as well. So I'm not going to go, like, through the tutorial and stuff because I have already played through the game. It can either be played solo or 2-player, but the intention is definitely for it to be 2-player. So I'm just going to show you it is possible to play solo with it, hop in, kind of show it off, try it out, have a little bit of fun, and see. I was curious about the game for quite a while. It is, I think it was like under $20 when I picked it up, and if you do just like wishlist it on Steam or that, you'll be able to see what the price is, and if there's any sales for it, you can pick it up there. But I've gotten everything unlocked. I've had a lot of fun with the game. I easily say it's worth its money. The only negative about the game I can really say to it is that there's not a lot of content to it right now, which is kind of the thing where I think it teases there's going to be more, or hopefully will be more. But it's been a lot of fun, and I'm eager to bring it to you guys. So it's kind of a naval roguelite, might be the best way to put it. Like, there's a few of this kind of staple things of roguelites where it's like you'll go into a run, save up a currency. When you either succeed or fail, you'll come back to a hub. You can buy some new items from here, or you could also use them for, like, general upgrades for stuff up here. It's kind of like your usual run the course if you've seen, like, how roguelites do operate. And the ship that you get to work with you'll eventually unlock multiple types of cannons. As you can see, this is a list of them all here. One of the things I actually kind of dislike about the game is you can upgrade your cannons from level 1 to 10, and when you hit level 10, you get the gold cannon looks here. They don't do more damage, but I think they increase their fire rate. That's kind of like the upgrade through it. And to be honest, I kind of wish it was more so instead of starting out with a really upgraded cannon. As you upgrade the levels, that kind of is what you might find out in the kind of progression. As you come across stronger cannons, you can take one, toss one back, or upgrade along that way. Having it right from the start, it kind of feels like you're going to have... It is going to be the sense where you are getting more and more powerful every run, but it also feels to me like maybe it's a little too much power to start off with. We're going to go with the very first cannon, just the simple assault level there. And for single player, you get the cannon of your choice is that one right there, and you can pick them up, place them around. It is E to pick up, space to place down, space to man it. You get the little cone that you can kind of see with the cursor for like where you're aiming. And then you get a remote cannon on the other side. This one, it'll basically just shoot at the nearest enemy, and you can pick it up, place it wherever you need to or want to, stuff like that. There is a little bit of melee in the game, not too much, but we'll show it off as it comes up. And we're all set to embark. So there's 3 areas, 4 bosses. I mean, I guess technically you could say it's 4 areas, but really it's not a very big last area. It's basically just the last boss. Yeah, we'll just let everything load, go on progression, and see how we do. My plan was originally maybe I could get 3 runs in this week, run each episode, and on the last episode, kind of show you where, if you are trying to grind or farm for anything in the game, the most broken and easiest approach to take for it. But you kind of have this whole route you can see and plan out to where you go. It is hexagon tile based. Over here is kind of when you'll eventually go up against the boss of the area, and after 3 turns have passed, or after you've gone through 3 squares, or tiles, that will randomly move from the right a little bit to the left. It'll kind of like advances slowly with you going through. So you have things like the little tile that has a wood icon is for planks. That's what you use to repair your ship if it takes damage. A little spear-like icon is a harpoon icon that just gives you some harpoons. Chest, open up for free item. You have... This is I think it's your relic spot, where it's kind of like something you pick up, you'll attach to the ship, that'll give you an upgrade to something of your stats there. And then you also have these little trinkets, where if you collect them, they give you an upgrade to your character directly. You've got a shop, a little gambling thing, a little cursed spot where it'll give you a cursed item you can attach to your ship. If you do complete the level, it'll cleanse that, and you'll get an item in exchange for having carried it all the way. So I'm thinking we're going to go down here, hit this, try getting a little bit of currency, then we might be able to do a shoot up here. A little whirlpool is basically like a portal. If you go into it, you'll pop out the other side, and you can choose where along there to travel. You cannot go backwards, you can only keep going forwards, so that's something to keep in mind. So let's go to the first area. Or I guess the first little sub-area. But you see, you entirely operate off the ship, try to mind your sides for anything that's coming in. And then you can pick and move up the cannons to place them wherever you want. As you can see, yeah, you definitely have an upgrade with the fire rate. So we'll upgrade those. Now, the harpoons, left click shoots one normally, right click will let you select one of your harpoons, and that is what you can use to shoot at items in the water, and that'll bring it to the boat. That's just a bit of currency we'll use, and we're good to continue further. All the runs do start out this easy. It is like it curves up the deeper you go into each area for difficulty. And then if you see the camera zoom like that, it's probably a good sign that you're going to only encounter enemies on one side. And then that little exclamation mark is a little visual indicator to let you know that enemy is going to be attacking. And that was it for that one. So again, this is where I thought I might be able to get a full run in this episode. It's because it can go pretty quick in the early stages. Depending on how upgrades go, like a lot of roguelites is, you could get stupidly strong with certain things. Oh, and actually, this is a little bit of the melee I was talking about. So you can do just like regular smacks to send things around, or you also do have... Okay, let me reload the autocannon, just because... Oh, yeah, somebody's coming up there. You can do regular smacks to kind of interrupt or send enemies back, but you can also do, if there's a projectile coming in, which we might get as we're dealing with these little guys here. Oh, let me get the board. Yeah, and when you do use the harpoon, it just lands somewhere on the ship. Now, one of the things... The game doesn't really tell you this, but you can load almost anything in your cannons. Like, if I want to, I could load the plank into this one and we can use that. But we'll save it for now. And can I load the treasure chest? I could actually load the treasure chest if I wanted to, but I think I'm just going to open it up. Yeah, so this is an artifact. It basically, if you do get, like, say, bombs as ammunition, you'll get double the amount from them. But you basically attach it to one of these little spots on your ship that stays with you throughout. If you do have an item loose on your ship, when you do go to move to another tile, it'll get flung off the side and it won't really be taken with you. And you can see there, we just had the boss's tiles kind of extend further. So yeah, we're going to head up, and we might even be able to head to the shop. We'll see how we do. Oh. So it is a little bit of managing your own ammo. If you do have a second player, it's probably a lot easier dealing with some of what the game does throw at you. But you can also get through just playing solo if you are really interested and you don't have anybody to play with. I believe this game does have the Steam remote play together, but you'll need to have well, better internet connection than I have to be able to allow that, really. But yeah, you can see that's where a projectile would have come in, and if you do get underneath it and you charge up the melee attack, you can actually reflect, because it is a pretty direct where you send it. So we'll just pick up all the money to add to our total, and let's see where we'll head next. We'll go to the mystery tile and then keep on our course. But I do like this, you can pick your own route and plan for what you think is most optimal or what you're after. Oh. Okay, this is a bit of a special. Yeah, there can be chests. Uh-oh. I was hoping I could get that. Yeah, if you're quick, you might be able to pick up certain chests or that when you have these, like, speed sessions. It can be a bit difficult sometimes watching, making sure you got it all. So I was only able to really get one chest in. But we'll load everything up and keep going. I think you only really find these areas where it's like the blitz area with the chests from random tiles. I don't think, or like the question mark tiles. I don't think just like these blank empty ones will have that as something you'll come across. But we're good to stop by the little trinket spot. So it just zooms us right... Oh, no, I thought it was going to zoom us to, like, just an island with a chest on it. But I think that's what the, Oh. Yeah, so got a few things on the go. This is where you'll start seeing... You gotta mind a little bit of what's going on. Alright, we're going to have a lot to be going up against here. Thankfully, it's not as bad as it might look right now for, like, what's around us. And we'll send that right back. Well, tried to. Yeah, there we go. I'll open that up. Okay. Yeah, just to help, I'll move that down here. And we'll just keep working away. There we go. So I'll leave that cannon back there. It can all vary on like where you want to place the cannon, where you think it'll do best. And we got a couple of things here. So we got the monocular, which is to reduce the shooting spread by 50%. And a flying fish to increase projectile speed. So we just pick both of those up. And if I hit tab, you can see everything we've got, both cargo for the ship and our trinkets right there. Each character has like a little ingrained ability to them or their own personal trinkets. So you can see this is a greater and swifter paddle attack combo, so it'll make melee stuff a lot easier for this character. I think there's at least 7 total? I might have to look up when we get like later in towards like the end of the week. But we'll just head here and see what we can pick up from the shop. We do have a little bit of funds to play around with. And all these little boxes, it's worth breaking because you might find things like spare planks or maybe even sometimes a little bit of money. It's, of course, the shaking ones that you can tell are the ones you want to go for. Yeah, we got extra harpoons. Okay, so we've got... Okay, we can't afford the dragon statuette. We could afford the puffy bowl, but that's basically like a little suicide thing that you shoot out and it can explode. The only problem is, I feel like they have too much health for what their role is. I think I want to do the rancid oil. Because oil is basically increase the damage the enemy takes if it's like affected by it. So I'm just going to hold on to that. We are not going to spend anything more. The shield will just add a little bit of armor. The top left you can see is each of those little diamonds is like 1 health point to our ship. So that's how it's doing. And I think that's about all to do right here. Yeah, I don't think we'll buy the shield. We'll keep the money we have. We're going to be good to go. You can't sell anything back to the shops, but there is a spot where you will have a chance to like sell an item back to somebody. So we could either try going up to hit this mystery one and maybe the harpoons, or we could go down and get the shield, a bit more currency, a plank, or these little things are called tendrils, which are kind of like your upgrade currency back at the main hub. So I think I'm going to head down this way. I don't really need the tendrils, but I might try to get a new thing of cannon ammo. So we'll probably want to hit the money first. And then maybe we'll go down to the planks and see. Okay, so camera zoomed out, so I'm guessing we got a lot to clear through here. Yeah, I might just stay on, like, reflection duty for a while. Now, you can also intercept the projectiles before they do hit their mark or will come to, like, where it's saying they'll land. So you don't have to be super precise and, like, directly on where it says it's going to be. Nope, accidentally picked that up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we'll take the harpoons, we'll open the chest up. There's a bit more money that'll help us down the line, and we should be good to sail further. So I think I'll go for the planks, because at least I can secure that, even if we can't make it to where the cannon ammo is. And then these little statues with the beam are kind of like a stun beam, so you want to try rolling through it. You don't really have, like, the player will take damage, you just have, like, the player will be stunned, and that leaves the ship vulnerable. And stuff like that happens. Okay, you know what? Because everybody is over here, let's get this all kind of set to help. But yeah, you can see right here, there's a little bit of the ship that's damaged, so you just pick up a plank, put it down in the spot, and it's repaired. And yeah, I want to try rolling through the stuns. I do like that there's not like a player health pool you need to worry about. It is entirely just, is your ship going to stay afloat or not? Okay, so we still got a few frogs to clear out here. Oop, ran out of ammo. Oh, and there's a spare plank down there. So we'll divide the cannon so both sides are covered. We'll save the big planks, and you know what? I'm going to load the planks into the remote cannon. And let's see. We got lucky, we can get both the tendril and the cannon ammo, so we'll go for both. Just clear that off. Okay, I gotta get over here, because again, the zoom out is a good way of letting you know where a lot of your focus has to be. And each type of ammo kind of has like a specific pattern to how it operates. Like for the triple plank, I think it operated mostly on like it fires 3 wooden piercing projectiles out. Okay, I got lucky in that the stun happened later. You know what, let me load a plank in here. Yeah, so it should shoot out... Yeah, whenever you load wood in, it fires 3 little splinters out. Ooh, let me snag the shield. And we just equip that. Yeah, you know what? I'll save the, I'll save the shield, we'll save the planks just in case, because we are pretty close to the boss. And then there's just the tendril, gets added to our currency pool, and we can go further. If you were to load in, like, say, the wrap bundle planks, it just has more ammo in the cannon. It doesn't, like, change up how many splinters it'll shoot out. But, ammo types, I think there are, like, 3 basic ones. There's single little shot that goes out like this one. There's the piercing one that has, like, the spread to it. And then I think bomb is like the other one. As we go through and we might encounter more items, I'll be able to show them off much better. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep from getting too overwhelmed here. One thing I will have to watch is the frog over here. Just because, again, how it operates is it's the closest enemy to you. So it is possible that the frog might get an attack off that hits... Oh, actually, managed to clear through everybody. And you know what? Let me load the harpoons in, because you can actually use harpoons straight up as ammunition like that. Yeah, so... That looked... I thought that was a harpoon. Oh, this is another type of ammunition. Okay, you know what? We'll replace one of the planks for it. So you actually get bird nests that'll lay eggs that are... They basically act like little explosive areas, or like AoE shots. So this guy, I believe, is our firebird, or fire toucan, ember toucan. It'll lay fire eggs, so when they connect, they'll do like a little area of effect thing and light everything on fire. But as you can see, we just have the boss ahead, so we'll sail and see about encountering them. And one of the things about this game that's so good is the soundtrack as well. So this is the first boss, Tentacle, Shadow of the Undergrowth. It's a pretty easy fight that, as long as you watch what's going on, you can kind of predict and understand how to deal with him. It's basically just watching for the tentacles that do have the, sign that he is going to strike. And then be ready if any do get through that you don't hit. They're going to probably look at smacking the ship. can be a little slow going at certain parts. You just want to make sure you keep on top of restocking all of your ammunition. Because it will get chaotic. Okay, let me grab the egg, fire that in, Nope, and the big bite. And then, yeah, he throws out a lot of projectiles to deal with. Okay, so there's that. Get cannons reloaded, keep firing in. And we're back to this. And you can actually load the, like, birds that you see flying around. Okay, get him off there. Watch for the bubbles. Yeah, as you can see, this is definitely more intended to have a buddy helping you. But you can use the roll to try moving around a little bit faster. Okay, let's see if I can... There we go. The fire managed to finish him off with the acid. A nice thing is that I think there are combination for statuses. Like, if you do light an enemy, or you do inflict oil on an enemy, they can still be inflicted with fire and does do the increased damage. But when you do complete a boss, it'll drop a chest, gives you a lot of extra currency to help you through, like, your progression and level up. And then you can navigate and move towards, like a little bonus area, I guess I would call this. So you get to meet with one of the sirens. They'll give you some free planks to repair your ship with. And then this one is a little bit of a special area, because at the end of each level, there's like this little bonus spot you can use. And this is the recycler. So you'll basically put in an item. It'll change it to a different item of the same family or type. So if I take the bomb down artifact and I toss it in, I'll probably get another artifact of a different kind. And it gave me... I'll install it and then we'll read up about it. I believe this is the sand dollar up. So, the fortunate statue, double all sand dollar gains. So anytime you get like a little bit of money or coin, it'll actually be double that amount. And that's actually an item that can get ludicrous for what it is. But that's that. I could try recycling something. You know what? I might try doing that. We have just the basic ammo here. Let me see if I can recycle this for something a bit different. We'll toss that in. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's plunk her in and read up. And that is the Rusty Sea Blade. Can often be the cause of critical injury. So I think that is... It's just like the basic ammo we've been using, but it gives you a higher chance of it being, like, dealing critical damage. And with how we're doing time-wise, I guess I'll actually make this... This series might be, like... I'll do it a couple of weeks to show off more of it. Because, again, I do love this game a lot. It's got a lot of charm. The art style, the aesthetic of it is perfect. It does get chaotic and kind of fun watching it all going on. It can be a little slow, I think, starting, like, completely fresh. Because there's so much you learn and get into the flow of. But when you get towards the end here and you just have, like, watching everything going on at once, it can be a lot of fun. So, I'm going to leave this first episode of Ship of Fools here. We'll try to do a full run this week. And after that, I'll see if I want to do a second run, or we'll go into a different series. We'll see what comes in for feedback. But thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of this series, or I guess on this video. If you did like it, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave the comments right down below. Until I do see you all in the next video, sailors and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.